Imagine you are managing a hotel installation project, multiple vendors, hundreds of products, multiple warehouses, and dozens of rooms under renovation. Things move fast, but tracking everything, that's become a headache. This was exactly the challenge our client faced. So, every hotel installation follows a long chain of steps. First, products are sourced from different locations. Then, they arrive at the client's main warehouse. After that, the required quantities are shipped out to individual hotels. Then, the hotel warehouses receives them, and finally, the installation team begins installing products room by room. So, the client has three dedicated roles handling this entire workflow. First was the inventory, then hotel warehouse, and the installation team. But even with this structure, they struggled with critical issues. They couldn't track where products were at each stage. They couldn't see how much installation work was completed or what was pending. They had no single place to understand overall progress. Issues during the shipping and installations were hard to manage, and they wanted a smart chatbot to answer simple but important questions like: where are my products right now? What is the installation status? How many items are pending? So, the solution I gave to solve these challenges, we built a complete end to end software system divided into two major parts. So, here is the first part, which is the admin panel. This is the control center for the entire operation. So, first, the admin can manage users and can also assign roles. So, here you can see that we have three roles: inventory, installation, hotel warehouse. The hotel owners and the administrator is basically for the hotel owners where the installation is going to occur, and administrative is basically the client himself. Next, we designed a complete inventory visibility system. The admin can see exactly how many products are in the main warehouse, how many are shipped, how many reach the hotel, and how many are currently being installed. We also created a hotel data module. Hotels often have multiple role types, so the admin can create room models here. And after creation of the room model, admin can move to the room data, and here he can assign the room to the room model. And then comes the schedule tracking view. Here admin can see like what's the production start date for the installation, and when the shipping departure of the products for the floor, and when the products will arrive, and when the renovation will start at the floor. Admin can also create a schedule for any floor with this modal. Here he can specify that when the each process will initiate and when the each process will expected to end. So here he can manage all his schedule of the floors installations. We also included a issue management system because problems happens. Here the admin can view all issues, assign them to the right team and track the resolutions. And to tie it all together, the dashboard gives a complete overview, like what's the floor are all the floors which are already renovated, and how many floors are closed for renovation. It means that how many floors where renovation is currently happening, and it also tells like how many floors have pending renovations. Admin can also track like how much of the work has been done on each floor. He can also see like what's the installation status, what's the post work status, and how much percentage of work is done on each floor. We also created a graphical representation of the work going on the project. So we designed a six dedicated task cards, the two ones for the inventory team. So here inventory team can see like what was the shipment been sent to the inventory and what they received. So let's start with the inventory shipment part. So here we can create a shipment for the client's inventory. Here we can enter the container ID, the ship date, and the expected arrival date. And then we can also add the items in the each container, like how many items we are sending under the each containers. So now I will show you the view of one of the container. So here you can see that these are the products which are listed under these containers which are shipped for the client's inventory. Now we will move to the inventory received card. So here the user will basically enter the containers ID which he just received, and after searching that container, he will be able to view the entire product list under that container. So here you can see that these are the items which was shipped inside this container. So now the user will mark like how many good quantity he received and what was the quantity that is damaged, so that he can create an issue for that. and he will report a new issue regarding this container. So this was all about the inventory stream. Now we will move on to the hotel warehouse stream, which is on the hotel's side. So the first is the hotel shipment. So in this, we will show like what was being shipped to the hotel. So this also works the same way. Here we will create a new container which are going to be shipped to the hotel, where we add the reference ID, total quantity, the ship date, and the expected arrival date. In the same way, here also we will add the items. So this is a view of one of the containers where we added all these products and their quantities. So after the creation of the container, the containers were shipped, and then comes the receiving part. So here once the hotel warehouse receives the container, they will add the reference ID and they will start checking that what they received are all the quantities are correctly received. So they will mark like these are the good quantities we received and these were the damaged quantity. So they can raise an issue and they can ask for the new products again. So after this flow, there is one extra card for the hotel warehouse team, which is the hotel inventory. So that here he can see like what was the quantity which was shipped by the client and what they received at the hotel, and they will also track what was the damaged quantity, and they can also see that what the availability they have of a particular product at the hotel warehouse and what are the quantity which is being installed, so that they would know like what they have to ask for the product again to the client. Now comes the installation team's part. We have only one dedicated card for the installation team, which is this installation control form. So here what a person will do is that the installation person will enter the room number and search for it. And here you can see that all the products are listed which are going to be installed in this room. So now the worker can simply mark that this is the product which I have installed, and he can submit this form so that he can show that these are the products which are being installed in this room, and these are the products which are left. So after the submission of this form, the data will also update on the admin's dashboard, where he can view that how much installation has been done on this room or at this floor. To make decision making even faster, so we build an AI chatbot that acts like a personal assistant. Here admin can ask anything. Let's type one query like what is the completion status of floor number 26. So let's see how our chatbot replies to this query. So here you can see the result. He can clearly tell us that what's the completion status for the floor number 26. Like the installation was started at October 6, 2025, and the installation ended on this date, and all the necessary data I would able to know about the installation process of the floor number 26. Now let's check again with some another query. So here you can see that he listed all the floors which have pending renovation. So the floor number 21, 18, and the 17 have pending renovation. Now let's ask one more question with our chatbot. Here you can see that our chatbot listed all the items which are required for the installation of the floor. So our chatbot gives instant answers, reducing the manual work and boosts the efficiency. For building this chatbot, we basically integrated the user's database with the chatbot, and we also use the OpenAI key for give the personalized response to the admin. So with the help of this, our chatbot understand the database very clearly and able to answer the correct answers to the admin. We delivered this project through Upwork, and the client was extremely satisfied with our work. They gave us 5-star rating for our work, and in fact, they were so happy with the solution that they awarded us another project for one of their other businesses.